Hey, Manisha is back again with her new narrative, Expect the Unexpected. Alice was as dreamy and imaginative as Alice in Wonderland, completely bizarre, illogical, or fanciful. Right from childhood, all her desires were so ardent that she used to actually live them all in her dreams. It could be anything, right from playing around with the king of the jungle, the lion and his cute cub, or ruling the world as Her Highness Princess Alice, the legal heir to her imaginary grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, or romancing her beau, Alexander the Great, or being chased by the paparazzi for her flamboyant looks because of her exuberance, confidence, and stylishness. Alice had another peculiar trait. Post imagining and dreaming at night, she used to pen down these thoughts in form of a narrative with the hope that one day she would publish all these tales to be recognized as the most exemplary, desirable author of the world. Knowing Alice and her passion, her friend Veronica once took her to a famous library, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, where she could lay hands on all types and genres of books: fantasy, science fiction, satire, drama, action and adventure, romance, mystery, horror, biographies, and so on. Without a second thought, Alice became a member of this prestigious library. It seemed to have further opened the doors to explore more and more interesting facts and fiction. Alice was a regular visitor of this library. To the astonishment of the librarian, Alice used to refer different types of literature, carry home big fat novels, and return them the next day morning as the library opened. How can someone read such bulky novels in a day? But then, impossible was always possible for our Alice, and she thoroughly relished them like a connoisseur who would relish different types of cuisines. After reading a novel, she also enjoyed tweaking the story basis her wild imagination or dreaming about it. One day, Alice lay her hands on Indiscreet Jewels, the first novel by Alfred Gonzalez, published anonymously in 1748. Plot summary was Sultan Mango Gul of Congo is bored of court life and suspects his mistress Mirzoza of infidelity. Happily for him, a genie presents him with a magical ring with unique properties. When the ring is rubbed and pointed at any woman in the vicinity, her lips begin speaking of their past amorous experiences to the confusion and consternation of their owner. In the book, the Sultan uses the ring in this manner about 30 times on occasions such as a dinner or a social meeting. In the end, the Sultan's misuse of the ring leads the genie to take it back. 200 years later, in Jim Corbett National Park, the same genie gives the ring to a good woman and tells her that it works just as well on men. The above Sultan's paragraph was a part of the novel. The Jim Corbett National Park one, as we would expect by now, was a wild imagination of Alice. She was keen on developing a fable on this bizarre topic. Alice continued to weave the story further in her dream. Like episodes of a serial, this story would continue to unfold every night. Genelia, the beautiful and shining striped tigress, was the leading lady of Alice's story. Alice was very fond of lions and tigers. Their inclusion in her tale would give her a feel of taming them like dogs and cats. Genelia the tigress was in her teens in search of a loyal, handsome, and loving soulmate. Age, community, caste, and creed was not a bar. Thus, it was not a must that she aspired for a tiger alone as her mate. It could be anyone, as long as he made her feel special. Few other aspirations were he should not have dated anyone till now, who would be loyal to her all throughout her life. She wanted to grow old with him. How romantic, thought Alice. To begin with, Genelia decided to shortlist some prospective bridegrooms from her neighborhood whom she liked and adored, and then choose the best one as her he-man. She started scribbling down a list. Sher Singh, the dashing and ferocious lion, on the top of her list, followed by Ritesh, the tiger, marked him with 2 stars for being from her species. Also, it would have been yet another romantic couple from Jollywood, like the one from Bollywood, Ritesh and Genelia D'Souza Deshmukh. What a thought, patted Alice. The third one on the list was Bagheera, the Black Panther, most loving and caring dude. Bhalu, the bear, very thoughtful and mature hunk. Raju, the elephant, kind hearted and a powerful friend, besides being family oriented. This list included all the powerful men who would safeguard their girlfriend, Genelia. She also introduced 2 more categories: guest appearance and not so powerful but lovable mates. In the category guest appearance, Genelia could think of none other than the handsome hunk Salman Khan, the famous Bollywood hero who had played the role of Tiger, had a jungle connection. Despite his name and fame across the world, had still retained the title of single ready to mingle. How romantic, imagined Alice. Not so powerful but lovable category included the Snow White Teddy, fast but not so furious racing rabbit, 18 feet tall and handsome giraffe, beautiful and elegant dancer the peacock, and last but not the least, the huge and terrorizing Kaa, the python of Mowgli fame. Genelia had included almost every type, species of animal in her list for 2 reasons. One, because she believed in secularism like our Congress party, and secondly, she craved for a hybrid. She wanted her offspring progeny to have all possible qualities, the virtues. Thus, being tiger was not the only tag or t shirt that she aspired for. While listing out these names, one aspect that her soulmate should be handsome was already fulfilled by Genelia. She expected all her shortlisted candidates to be loving and caring, since she had mingled with each of them closely. Now, the big question was, are these men loyal? Alice came to Genelia's immediate rescue. She tweaked the tale of Alfred of indiscreet jewels fame. She hopped almost 200 years back using her time machine, swinging from one place to another like a Spider Man in search of this genie who had gifted and then taken back this magic ring from the Sultan. With the loss of this ring, the Sultan was quite furious and sent out his soldiers to locate the genie. Thus, the genie was forced to take refuge in a hideout. When the genie saw Alice in form of a Spider-Man, he was hopeful that this friendly neighbor would definitely come to his rescue and take him far, far away from Sultan's territory. He slowly came out of his hideout, and the two of them jumped back to 20th century. While doing so, Alice had requested for a gentleman's promise from Ginny that he would gift the same magic ring to her leading lady, Genelia, who was in search of a royal bridegroom. Ginny was more than happy to hand over this magic ring to Jim Corbett National Park born Genelia, since this request was for a noble cause. Genelia profusely thanked Alice for this timely support. Genelia decided to further shortlist her prospective bridegroom basis the loyalty test. Mission loyalty was to be accomplished with the help of the magic ring. Genelia was strolling around when she saw Kaa. Both of them exchanged pleasantries. Genelia then came to the point directly. Kaa, my friend, am on the lookout for my groom. Almighty has blessed me with beauty and brains, a royal family that I am proud of. I now wish to tie a knot with someone like you, who is handsome, loving, and caring. I feel my mate should be loyal to me forever. Will you be my bridegroom? Genelia promptly rubbed her magic ring while proposing Ka so that she is able to read him completely, basis his verbal response and the response's confession of his inner self. Ka had always adored Genelia as the young and beautiful tigress, but he had never, in his wildest dreams, expected her to propose him. He was spellbound, though Genelia could clearly read his inner thoughts. Thanks to the magic ring. I love Key, female python. We have been going around for quite some time now. But I refuse this. If I refuse this proposal, will I lose Genelia forever? The two of us could make a very powerful couple. Instead of denying this proposal, I should tie this knot. Even if I continue meeting Key after our marriage, Genelia may not come to know. Thus, I would get the best of both the worlds. After a long pause, Ka was about to respond. Genelia hugged him tight, wishing him a long and happy married life with Key. Ka's expression was worth a watch, surprise and shock at the same time. Without uttering a word after that, in a highly confused state, he crawled back into deep woods. Genelia decided to meet each of her prospects, sort of lined up her schedule for next few days. Racing Rabbit was glad to hear the proposal. Genelia rubbed the magic ring. It's actually an honor to have this beautiful dame, Genelia, walking gracefully by his side. He imagined, my family will be in awe to know this. No one, including the lions, will ever dare to bother or kill me and my family members when Genelia is around. Racing Rabbit was just about to accept the proposal when Genelia turned around. I am craving for a loving life partner. How can you be so selfish in a relationship? I wish you all the best for all future endeavors. And she gloomily walked away, much to the astonishment and shock of the racing rabbit. Just as Genelia walked past the bamboo shoots, her tall and handsome friend Giraffe passed by. He was concerned to see his friend Genelia disturbed about something. He walked towards her to know what happened. Genelia could feel that genuine concern. She then decided to ask the same question to Giraffe. Giraffe was quiet for a moment. Without a second thought, he said, Genelia, it's truly an honor to be even considered as your love interest. I am highly obliged, but I have decided to remain a bachelor all throughout my life. On probing further, Genelia got to know that he was madly in love with his lady love few years back. They had even decided to tie the knot, but then man proposes and God disposes. She left for heavenly abode due to a terminal illness. I am so glad to have a faithful friend like you, Giraffe. How I wish I meet someone like you in my life. It was drizzling the other day, and Genelia spotted her friend, the dancing peacock. He was looking beautiful with his colorful feathers spread all around in a dancing pose. Genelia congratulated him for his awesome performance and wanted to know if he would marry her. The magic ring was rubbed to know the peacock's reaction. Despite being a tigress, this powerful lady is so humble and down to earth. She wants to marry me, a delicate, fragile bird. I have decided to devote my life to my dancing career. But will I not hurt Genelia if I do not accept her proposal? What should I do? God, please help me in taking a decision. I do not want to hurt my friend, but I am loyal to my career. Genelia hugged the nervous peacock, shook his hand, as if in agreement. Your career should be your priority. I am and will always be your friend for life. Snow White teddy was a rare species, hence difficult to spot. However, Bhalu, the bear, was a close buddy. When he heard about the proposal, like a mature big brother, he advised Janelia to opt for a tiger of the same breed. How can she think of marrying someone from the other species? Has she discussed this with her parents? She is young, hence not thinking about the consequences of these odd marriage proposals. He genuinely admitted that if he was a tiger, he would have gladly accepted her hand. Bhalu's thoughts were crystal clear, and there was no need to rub the magic ring. He said it all. By now, Genelia had to strike off many prospective grooms whom she thought would fit the bill as her perfect soulmates. Now, she decided to approach the powerful ones with the hope that they'll definitely reciprocate her feelings. Her next contender was Sher Singh, the king of the jungle. She was welcomed with a wild and ferocious roar. Genelia immediately rubbed the ring and proposed to Sher Singh. Singh was attracted towards this beautiful dame. He walked towards her gracefully. Genelia could read his mind now. She is no doubt beautiful, and I would love to marry her. But when I stroll with my family for a ceremonial function, will she be the odd woman out of our celebrated, highly prestigious Singh family? What if everyone isolates me for this foolish decision? He could even imagine his cup partly with golden black stripes and partly with hairy lion body structure, an amusing sight for the onlookers. His dashing body suddenly mellowed down with these thoughts. Before he could utter a word, Genelia softly walked away from Sher Singh. Bagheera, the Black Panther, was just around the corner. He greeted Genelia with his ever welcoming smile and a loving hug. Genelia was now hopeful that at least he would accept her proposal. She had known him for many years now, and he truly cared for her, always went out of the way to help her. She did not feel the need to rub magic ring in this case. Bagheera said, Genelia, you are so beautiful and royal. Look at me. I am a dark and ugly looking panther. It will not be fair on my part to tie knot with you when I know that you truly deserve a young and handsome mate. I will always be your best friend, but definitely not your partner. By now, Genelia was really tired. She decided to walk up to her old friend Raju the elephant. Raju was a simple, down to earth gentleman. On being proposed by Genelia, Raju went down on his knees, showered colorful and lovely flowers on her with the following thoughts pondering in his mind. Genelia, how I wish I could marry you. I love and adore you a lot. You are truly a beautiful princess of this jungle. But then, what's the hitch, Raju? Said a very desperate Genelia. Well, you know I am a vegetarian and you are non-veg. It is next to impossible for you to change your food habits, and I would really not want you to do so. My family may not accept a non-vegetarian daughter-in-law. I sincerely apologize to you, Genelia. I simply do not have the heart to say no to you. I understand your genuine concern, Raju, said a disappointed Genelia and walked away. Now, her last and only hope was Ritesh, since he belonged to the same species community. She was not much worried while proposing to him. Besides, she had watched the ceremonial marriage of her beloved Bollywood couple, also read in Filmfare about their happy and contented life with kids and family. Genelia boldly walked up to Ritesh. Ritesh was a bit nervous on hearing her proposal. He had secretly loved her all this while, but he was a mama's boy. Mrs. Deshmukh had already shortlisted a bride for Ritesh, and their wedding card was lying on the table. Ritesh didn't have the heart to show the same to Genelia, who had glanced it by now. While leaving Ritesh's cave, Genelia heard the song. मीत ना मिला रे मन का. And guess who was singing this song? None other than our Salman Khan. Genelia knew that after the poaching case, Salman had stopped his jungle safaris. Hence, she decided to land in one of the zoos in Mumbai, where Salman was expected to come for a film's shoot. Security was tight. Salman, the handsome hunk, walked in with his beloved Katrina hand in hand. During jungle safaris, he had also picked up the language of some animals, including that of a tiger. Thus, he could clearly hear Genelia proposing to him. By this time, Genelia had also rubbed her magic ring. You are so beautiful. I could not marry so many beautiful ladies around me, though they were attracted to me. Today, I am attracted to you, Genelia, but even if I come close to you, there is a possibility that I may be on the other side of the cage, the prison. Hence, pardon me. Love you, Genelia. Well, these last three words were encouraging enough for Genelia. She had found true love, though she could not marry him for a valid reason. She gracefully strolled back to her jungle with the hope that someday Salman will tie the knot. Alice had dreamt of unachievable again, Salman Khan getting married, but she thoroughly enjoyed this dream. I'm sure you have enjoyed this fable too. Thank you.